Oh hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share. Please feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. This morning I went to visit my friend Brian. He's a former colleague of mine, and I cooked this dish in his house for our lunch. It is something that is quick. It only takes me about 12 minutes. I brought my portable gas burner, which in the past I used it for my cooking class. It is actually the powerful little burner which people use for camping, and it produces about 15,000 BTU, which is about similar to the burner that you would find in a common gas kitchen range. I used my wok, which is a 14-inch carbon steel wok, and I purchased this from Aldi, and it cost $15. It's one of my favorite wok. It's very well constructed, and I really enjoy using it. I'm going to cook this dish with different kinds of vegetables. In fact, I'm going to use altogether 8 different kinds of vegetables because my friend Brian loves vegetables. And the vegetable that I'm going to use is a combination of various type of vegetables that I have picked from my advanced prepping. Now, I'm going to start out first with Brussels sprouts, green beans, and some bok choy. I cook this vegetable first because they require a bit longer time to cook. I'm going to stir fry them to coat them with oil. The next is that I'm going to add 2 different kinds of mushrooms, a shiitake mushroom and a king oyster mushroom, which I purchased from an Asian grocery store from Aurora a couple of days ago. They are great fresh mushroom to use for cooking this type of dish. This is followed by 2 additional vegetables that I'm going to use, which is broccoli and cauliflower. I add them a little bit later because they take shorter time to cook. Stir frying allows me to coat them with oil, and this will raise the temperature to create a Maillard chemical reaction. After I stir fry them for about a few minutes, I'm going to add a bit of water. The water is essential to create the texture that I want. Water is able to penetrate the heat much better into the vegetable than just frying them, and this will create the softer texture that I want. I only add a little bit of water at a time, and I continue to stir them to make sure that all the ingredients are properly cooked. The method that I'm using here, I refer it to as tempeh-based cooking, which is one of the attributes of my fast cooking system. Tempeh-based cooking allows you to cook different kind of food ingredients based on a basic template. So you don't need a recipe. All you need is to understand the basic template, and you can make substitution accordingly. This will allow you to create many different variations of the basic template. Instead of adding a lot of water all at once, I only add a small amount of water at a time. The intention is that so that I would not dilute the flavor of the vegetables, but at the same time, I will be able to steam them appropriately. Stir frying is truly a great cooking technique. It has many advantages, but the most important advantage is that using stir frying, you can properly control the texture of the ingredient to exactly how you like it, so you will not overcook it. Here I demonstrate another significant benefit of stir frying is that you can cook many different ingredients together. I add the shrimp at this point of the cooking process. Again, this is an extension of the sequential stir frying technique because shrimp takes a little bit less time to cook. And I want to make sure that I do not overcook the shrimp. And the texture of the shrimp is really important. If you cook it correctly, the shrimp tastes much better than if you overcook them and create a rubbery texture. By cooking the shrimp with the shell on, this provides you much better possibilities to cook the shrimp exactly the texture that you want, because the shell has a tendency to protect the shrimp from being overcooked. It gives you a much larger margin of errors. And texture is an important part of flavor, and this is part of the process of flavor chasing. This is a good example of flavor chasing. I'm going to start seasoning the dish with oyster sauce. Oyster sauce is the basic sauce that I use in many of my dishes because it has a universal umami flavor. And then I combine it with another sauce, which is hoisin sauce. They are the kind of combination that I really like. And of course, you might like a different type of combination. But the important thing is that each time when I cook a dish, I do not use a fixed amount of oyster sauce or hoisin sauce. Sometimes I use only one of them. But when I do use both of them, I frequently change the ratio, because by adjusting their ratio, you can create different flavor, and different food ingredients will respond differently to how you season the dish. And for this dish, I'm going to add a touch of water. Normally, I would not add any water because the oyster sauce and hoisin sauce are sufficient to make the sauce that I want. But for this dish, this is essential because I'm going to make this into a lo mein. And the noodles that I use in this dish is a rice noodle. This rice noodle is quite unusual because it's a broth rice noodle. It's excellent for picking up sauces from the food ingredients in the dish. I cook this rice noodle in advance and store them in the refrigerator. They have a shelf life up to about a week. And before I use the rice noodle, I microwave them briefly for about 30 to 45 seconds. This will allow them to easier to detach from each other. If this is a form of advanced prepping, you can have several different kind of noodles available in your refrigerator, so you will always have carbohydrate whenever that you need them. Similarly, I always have rice in the refrigerator as well. In the case of rice, it's even simpler. All you have to do is microwave the rice, and they're ready to be served. And the quality of the microwave cooked rice actually almost the same as freshly cooked rice. The word lo mein, lo means mix, mein means noodle. So basically you mix the noodles with the food ingredients in a wok. So it's just very simple and straightforward to make. And by this time, all I have to do is to use a pair of tongs to mix everything together. I already shut off the heat because the remaining heat will warm up the noodle appropriately. Now, flavor chasing that means that I continue to taste the flavor of the dish, and I decided that I like it to be a little bit more saltier, so I add some additional oyster sauce. And then after further tasting, I decided I want to make it slightly spicy, so I add a touch of a chili sauce as well. And the reason I do not tell you how much do I add, because you might not like the amount that I add. And even for me, I never know exactly how much I want to add. Based on my past experience, I have an approximate idea how much to add. My home cooking, I never measure any ingredients when I do my flavor chasing, because when you do flavor chasing, you want it to be spontaneous and intuitive, and that's the best way to create the flavor that you like. Flexibility is essential for home cooking. In this case, you can always make adjustment to whatever ingredients that you have on hand. And with adaptability, it will increase the variation that you can create with your templates. And the end result is that your cooking will be more creative and you will find it more enjoyable. And for me, home cooking is a constant exploration as well as experimentation to find the perfect flavor that I love. And of course, nothing can ever be perfect. You just continue to improve, and this is what makes home cooking sustainable, because you will not get bored or tired of what you cook. Both Brian and I love this dish. One of the main reasons is because the dish is rich in flavor with all the different kinds of vegetables in it. For dessert, I'm going to make a blueberry flambé. I learned how to make a blueberry flambé many years ago when I was a college student working in a resort. At the time, the blueberry flambé was made with a skillet, and I discovered that I can easily adapt it to make it in a wok. Basically, all I have to do is to stir fry the blueberry just for a few seconds, and then I add brandy to create a flambé. The brandy creates great flavor to the dish. And the end result is that you have not only a dish with great blueberry flavor. A burning of the brandy adds both a little bit bitterness as well as the aroma of the brandy to the blueberry. This is a perfect match. And to serve the blueberry flambé, there's nothing better than homemade vanilla ice cream, which I made yesterday. And when you combine them together, it's served probably one of the best desserts that I have ever had. This video will provide a demonstration of the flexibility of the fast cooking system with flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. When you have a wok and with a cam burner, you can cook almost anything that you would like. The goal of this video is to provide you a demonstration of the flexibility of the fast cooking system. And with this cooking system, you can make home cooking efficient, practical, creative, and fun. And you can put a meal on the table in less than 20 minutes. On top of that, you can also use it to make desserts as well. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. If you eat healthy food through home cooking, you can control exactly what you put into your body, and it will provide you with a healthy future. So, if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.